Welcome back to the fig greenhouse. We're in Southern Illinois. This is Fig and Fruits Greenhouse. I'm Troy, and today we're going to start back into pruning these fig trees in different forms, different Espalier forms, and talk about it. So let's get started. All right, this is my Gegiantina. See how big it is. Still got some figs on it up there. All right, let's whack her back. Here we go. Prune time. Got some opportunity here for a lot of apical buds on this one, so I'm going to go ahead and whack that right there, right off. Oh, glad I did, because it's got a hollow spot in there. Come on down here a little further and see. There we go. That got rid of it, but yeah, that's what we was dealing with. Just go on and cut it off and get rid of it. I'm okay with this here, except I'm going to get a little bit. I'm just going to prune it there, leave a couple. I'm okay with this style. It's got a bud here. I want coming this way, so that'll work. I'm going to move this up here. Want those to get mixed together. Going to keep these. I like that. I like this. But I think I'll go ahead and cut this off right here, since it's just going to replace it. Now, coming back over here, we could keep this and this right here, and then I think I'll cut this one and that'll replace it. And this one here, we can just bend over inside the box here for the winter and tie it down like that. And that'll keep it plenty warm enough. It'll be fine in the spring. Now, same thing here. I got another nice apical bud started here. So what I think I'm going to do is cut this here and prune this off right here. I really like the way these Cordon forms have been. They seem to have plenty of light. Now I'm going to cut this one off here, because I'm going to let this little bud here take back over for this branch here. I like the base of that. Now, I'll tell you something else it's gotta have to change. I don't like this structure out here in the front. I don't need this here either. Get rid of that. Now, I don't like this structure here for the simple fact that I just don't like it. I would like to have something more upright. And I don't like the way this one growed out. These were a pain in the butt back earlier in the year. And if you got this here, and it's going to be sprouting out here where you can pick, I think that's fine. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this whole thing back. Unfortunately, it's not close enough to the ground to get a tree out of. Now I'm okay with trimming this back, having another one come out there. There's a bud there and a bud there. Let's go ahead and, we got a bud way down here. I think let's cut it on down there. Want to try to keep it as low as we can. I mean, at some point, maybe 10 years from now, it'll be up here and I'll prune it back and let another one take over. Kind of branch renewal ever so often. I think that right there would be all right. Hunting the stick. Ooh. That thing there's soft. Yeah, check it out real quick. Ain't that insane? End of November and you got Cordon figs that look like that. They're still delicious. I think I'm gonna do the same thing here, kind of trim it right there, and we'll keep the rest of that structure. Now, I'm gonna show you here in a little bit on what happens when you leave these stumps. As you can see, they kind of split off, which is fine. If you want to look at your buds, you're gonna have to train that way and that way. And I'm okay with that. Let's go about right there. I want to stay underneath my 2x4 because that's my 24-inch mark. I definitely don't want to get them much taller than 2 foot. We could leave this little jobber here. We'll leave it and let it grow. But these back here, the tips are already gone off of them, so I'm going to get rid of them. And since I'm going to keep this one, that one looks all right. We'll keep it. I don't want to keep that. I want to trim this back. I think that having 2 spots there where one can come this way and one can go that way would be great. I think kind of trim these kind of even up. I think that's what we got. Cordon Gegiantina. You've been whacked down. All right, here we are at Cordon Blanca Negra. I'm gonna do a little pruning on it. I like this apical bud over here that can kind of grow up through here. But I'm gonna have to prune this back to about here. I'm okay with this as keeping back as an apical. I'm afraid that's gonna be a little bit difficult. We're gonna leave this. Will be one we get to leave. And I could leave this here. So let's do this. Let's chop that off. There's some nice buds that are wanting to start right here. You see that? I think I'm going to trim this off and trim this off. And then we'll see how that sprouts out from there. I know I ain't been leaving some of these others quite this tall, but let's try it. Let's see what it looks like. go on to the next one.